What is your story?
To make a long story short, I had lost my job. I was a network engineer for a good company. I got into some trouble where I was trying to go get another job, went through the interview, and they had to do a background check. And that canceled me out for that job. But the job that I left, I already put my 2 weeks notice in because I just knew I had it. You know what I mean? I just knew the questions, I just knew I had it. But that was just the wild card that kind of messed everything up. Coming back to no job and returning to no job, I didn't have anything else. So I resorted back to a couple of hustles, but in the midst of me resorting back to these hustles, I was in front of a black-owned nail salon. And I walked past, I just thought there was some pretty girls in there, and all of the hustlers that was around that area, that was just kind of what we gravitated to because that's what the most prettiest girls in this ran down mall was at. And the girl told me that the manicure was going to be 70. At that time, in my mind, it did not register to me like the levels and the calibers that came with the nail game and the different types of nail salons. Where I come from, like, a manicure is 10, you want to do gel on your hands, that might be 20, 25, but 70, there was a catch on that. And I was moved in my spirit to pay it anyway. Simply because I didn't want the women in there to look at me like a cheapskate. But at the same time, I wanted to realize what was I going to get out of this $70 in this experience. The girl painted my nails black, and there was another girl in the salon that started recording it. You know what I mean? And it didn't dawn on me till that time that men not only aren't comfortable or the most comfortable coming in to get a mani or petty, what have you, but everyday men are not coming in and getting their nails black with this ebb of masculinity. You know what I mean? It was something that was just not norm to them. It was the drill, the nail drill. This is what made me want to do nails. When she was finished me, we were talking, she was doing someone else's nails, and it was and it just kept attracting me, but I'm trying to focus on the conversation, but it was the drill. And I asked her, I said, like, how much do you make off nails just based off the intrigue of this one tool? And she told me, and I was taken back. Instantly, I went into a business mind frame, and I locked in from there. And I asked her how much did it cost, to get into, everything. And she gave me the numbers, and I just happened to have that amount of money in my pocket. I gave it to her cash. But I was hungry, and I was motivated to find a way out because I didn't have anything else. And what I was doing was just not, I didn't approve. So I dumped all of my money into that. She told me, you show up here tomorrow at this particular time. I'm going to have everything for your drill, your supplies, and everything that you need, and we're going to have a 5-hour one-on-one course. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. I showed up the next day, motivated, and the hustlers that was around in that area that seen that transaction, they did not see this part. I had a hood on my head. I didn't want anybody to see. I was kind of ashamed in a sense, you know what I mean? Because I just was like, nobody from where I come from has ever done anything to this extreme. Most guys will go buy weed and try to flip it and try to sell it, but I don't see a lot of guys that come from where I come from that are actually installing it. So this was that, you know what I mean? And I treated it as if I got a full ride scholarship or somebody, sponsored me to get an education, and I took it that serious. In 5 hours, I was laying acrylic, and I was charging people after that $10 for full sets. I asked her with the mentality that I had, how much would you charge me to be stationed here? And then she broke down the licenses and everything, but she said, you know what, I should make you an apprentice. And with making you an apprentice comes with, instruction, it comes with, boundaries that you have to, put yourself aside of. But if you follow these rules, I can make you a professional nail tech. Make a long story short, I made a lot of money on the side just doing my little $10 full sets and petties and stuff just on the side. I didn't touch anything illegal, anything, just all off nails. With that money, I used that to actually pay for a nail education. Shantae School of Creative Nails in Baltimore. I think the tuition was about maybe $3,000. After I paid that, she put me in an accelerated course, and in about 2-3 months, I was suited up to go get my license. After that, that's where things got real. Things got really real quick. time and the efficiency that came with time and getting people to understand the fact that I was just motivated to get into the game did not matter with the fact that these women wanted their nails done in a certain amount of time. So there were times where a full set that should have took 30 minutes to 3+ hours. It was just a long roll of failures. And I don't know what was it. I don't know if it was the fact that I didn't want to turn back and everybody laughed at me like you dumped it all on nails. I don't know if it was that or just this spark of just understanding something that is really hard. I just didn't want to give up on it. I just stuck with it, and it worked out. I seen the push of my peers and how much it meant to them to do something out of the box, whether it was nails or anything else they had going on. Nails was the precursor that showed them that you could do anything out of your norm and transcend in it and develop a new skill, develop a new passion. It's crazy. If I would have never went into that nail salon with the boldness of just inquiring about something new, I would not be sitting here right now. I guarantee I'll be sitting there, I'll bump on the lawn, depressed, trying to figure out just what I want to do. And plus, I'm progressing into my 30s as well. I'm 29. I don't have any kids or anything like that, but with all of these different failures that I've had, it's just been kind of depressing just knowing that I don't have any offspring to really, show anything to. You know what I mean? Like, this is, you know what I mean? So that's where the branding and everything came. I just put my all into it, and it worked out for the best. You know what I mean? It's the best decision I've ever made in my life.